The trouble is, if you make the pattern too long, you get to something that doesn't fit the pattern. So is there any little short pattern that you can see? The first chord, I'll give you a hint, is just to set up the key of C sharp minor. And now we're pulling other direction.
Up a step.
Yeah.
Fifth.
Sorry, up a step, and then up the fourth. What?
Fourth.
What's happening here?
It's that movement thing.
C, F, C.
Goes up a step, up the
It's a
fourth.
complex
What's going on right there? Just those three chords. This is this. Doesn't make sense in C sharp minor. What key does it make sense in? There's no E minor chord in C sharp minor. There's an E major.
It makes A minor.
A minor. No, not an A.
An E.
In
E.
E.
Major.
Major.
E minor.
Why would we have an E minor chord in it? A minor chord in E major.
Well, yeah,
But
change more.
why not just E minor? Why not just the key of E minor?
Parallel minors?
4, 5, 7, 1.
4, 5, 7, 1.
Okay,
Right.
now the 4 is major because they raised the 6. Don't worry about that. 4, 5, 7, 1. Okay, so let me practice. Okay, is there any other three chords that we can say make sense?
E minor, F sharp 7.
Okay, E minor, F sharp 7, B minor. What would that be?
4, 5, 7,
Wait, 4, 5, 7,
7, 1.
1.
Minor.
Okay, now here you said it was 4. We just got through calling it 1.
Right.
But in B minor, it's 4,
We had this couple.
5, 7, 1.
Where are you?
Oh, it's right there, page 323.
All the different
Where are you
things that you
getting
take two at a
B
time,
minor?
right?
You see nothing?
But E minor is not a dominant 7.
No, it's 4. In B minor, it's 4, 5, 1.
No, I'm sorry. I was looking at this.
So we're looking at the last chord in the.
You look
Progression.
wherever you want and try to find something that makes sense.
No, there's another one. 4, 5,
Where?
7, 1.
Where?
At the F. F is 1.
Yeah.
E minor is 4.
So, if, sorry, I lengthened this because we got
Right.
there, but here's the F. So if that's 1, that's the
Okay.
dominant 7, and that is 4.
C sharp minor.
And then F, G, C. C, E, G. G is your 5. F is your 4.
Yeah,
And C
same
is your
thing.
1.
4, 5, 7, 1.
And now your 1 becomes your 4,
Yeah.
which is C.
I don't
Next
like
is
this.
5.
This is weird.
And then
Okay.
it should be G. G, B,
Some-
D.
Look up what it
And
was
C.
called.
C is
What was
a
it
4.
called?
It was
What's the
called
complex progression?
Now, it was under that whole chapter heading, but there was a specific name for this.
Yeah.
Page 323 and 323.
Interlocking root movement.
Yeah, interlocking root movement. Now, a moment ago, or when we looked at the music, this didn't make any sense because what's an E minor chord doing in the key of C sharp minor? And then it gets worse. Well, this we could call a secondary dominant, but that would be
What?
a minor chord built on a flat 7, the lowered 7. See how it doesn't make any sense in C sharp minor? But what Bach did, he took the simplest idea possible. Now this is what he did before he ever played a note. He did this.
1, 4, 5.
No, 4, 5, 1, sorry. That was his simple idea. And he said, what if I go 4, 5, 1, but this 1 becomes the 4 in another key. And then this 1 becomes 4 in another key. And then this 1 becomes 4, 5, 1 in another key. So he started out tonicizing E minor. So he did this E minor, 4, 5, 1. Well, when he ended on E minor is 4 in the key of B minor. So then he went 4, 5, 1. When he got to the 1, that was a B minor, which is a 4 in the key of F sharp minor. He went 4, 5, 1, and actually, well, that's where he ended with the C sharp. So. But do you see how, look, this 4, 5, 1, that is the tiniest, simplest idea ever. Right. But because he overlapped it, it'll drive you crazy trying to figure it out.
So it tonicizes from C sharp minor to E minor to B minor to F sharp minor.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't tonicize C sharp minor. We're in C sharp minor, and this section tonicizes E minor, tonicizes B minor, tonicizes F sharp minor, and then it's going to return to C sharp minor. That's what that B sharp diminished chord was. That was the 7 diminished of C sharp. He's bringing it back to C sharp minor. Which was actually pretty clever because, well, it looked like he's going back to B minor, but by making a B sharp, it becomes diminished. So, yeah.
So since we didn't really modulate when we're just tonicizing, it won't feel like we're just changing the bunch of keys, right?
It could. You'll feel yourself pull toward E minor, and then you'll pull toward B minor. And actually, let's see, is this one?
Well, we're just setting up constant cadences too.
Well, half
cadences.
cadences.
4, 5, 1. 4, 5, 1. No.
No.
Cadences for the pen, depending on, or you know.
This is not on our
points,
CD.
4, 5, 1.
Maybe, did you want to play this one for us so you can hear it? No, I don't blame you.
I'll play the left hand.
It's too bad because, to tell you the truth, to be honest, does anybody remember, what did I say about when you take these simple ideas and you add them together? It becomes, besides the fact that it becomes very difficult to analyze, what did I say about listening to it?
It becomes very confusing to the
Yeah.
listener.
You have to have a very sophisticated listener to appreciate it. And a lot of these experiments by Bach, when you get to something like this, a lot of people, I would say your average college student who's just listening to be entertained would go, oh, that's weird. You know, that's kind of an odd thing. But I will tell you this, if you go listen to it now and you follow the score and you see where the brackets are, you would go, oh, I get it. You would actually hear what you're seeing.
Can you play that sequence for us?
Oh, the sequence?
Yeah.
I can do the chord.
It doesn't have to be these chords either.
Well, no, it doesn't.
So we're in this key. C sharp minor. And then he ends up going. So when I just string them together, it's like every third one is like, or a fourth one is like, that doesn't sound like where I'm expecting it to go. But if we go, you're in, you hear that, and now I take this and go. It's the same thing in another key. Now I take this. That makes sense again. And then finally, if I do it. So each piece of the puzzle makes sense by itself. When you string them all together, it's a bit difficult to follow. So you C sharp minor. Although Bach doesn't do it that way, he doesn't make it that often. So this is a very good example of the interlocking pattern, and it is an excellent example of how complex the music seems when you take something like this very simple idea and use it as a germ and spin it out. I mean, you're getting chords